Hi, welcome to video walkthrough of ChatStart, an application for creating, exploring, and generating chatbots fast. So all you need to do to get started is enter your OpenAI key, API key. This key can be downloaded from the link over here. Um, and the key is saved within your browser session. It's not sent to any servers, so it goes away once you shut down the browser. You could also set up that key locally within your environment, and the application, if installed locally, can pick it up or on a server. But for now, we've entered these keys. If you want to enable certain other features using Google API key or stability, using Stable Diffusion model, then those keys also need to be entered. Otherwise, these are optional. For now, let's activate this session and let's explore the first chatbot that we've set up for you. The way we've created this chatbot is simply by providing the text description for the chatbot. And when we click explore, it creates the chatbot with the right user experience for us. So in this case, we're using this to learn Mac terminal commands. We pass an English description of what command we're looking for, and it generates the actual terminal command for us that we can copy and paste onto the Mac terminal to execute. Let's try a bit more complex and useful example where we're going to generate interactive charts in place within the chatbot. So we will start by creating a data set that this chart will be based on. Um, and let's select a pie chart for now. The chatbot has been configured to ask a bunch of questions. For now, let's say you decide. Keep going. And let's say full spectrum. This should generate the code for the chart, and what the ChatStart application does is it renders that code in place within the chatbot itself. The entire code is available for you to download and integrate within your own chatbot or application. What you can also do is you can generate the code for the chatbot itself by clicking on this button over here. So what this does is it generates the OpenAI API code that is needed to send this particular completion or prompt, and then it creates a custom messages uh, list over here, which you can pass on to this variable here. Um, and, uh, and of course, the rest of the code to handle in-place chart visualization is handled by the Streamlit app itself. So let's move on to another example where we're going to do a dataset generator using, again, the GPT 3.5 Turbo model. This time we are creating a dataset for 10 tallest buildings in the world. And what we're going to demonstrate in this chatbot is in-place Python objects. So in this case, what we're doing is we're creating a data frame, a Pandas DataFrame in place, which is available programmatically within your Streamlit app if you want to extend this functionality further. For now, let's add some more columns to it. Let's say add floors and construction type. So you could use this for your custom data science projects and creating data sets on the fly. So there you go. ChatStart has created a custom data set for my project. Let's try something interesting. Browse some videos on demand within our chat instance. So here's a trailer of movie Matrix. Change movie to I don't know, Inception with link. There you go. So in-place browsing of media. And then this one is one of my favorites. So you can actually use the chatbot to help you engineer a prompt. So what we're trying to do is generate an image of a futuristic city based on the movie Blade Runner. And it's asking me what kind of features am I looking for. So let's go for a bustling metro with towering skyscrapers. And let's go for moody, surreal. Okay, let's go for light fog. Go for realism. Maybe a distant. There you go. All right, so what this does is it generates the prompt based on the Q&A that we just did. And that prompt in turn generates the image. If you're not happy with the image, you can continue editing it. For now, let's move on to the next demo. This one is quite useful. We're making a chatbot, which is a math teacher. So it's starting with a particular problem. And I have an incorrect response by default. So let's see what it does. Right, so because I gave an incorrect response, it's now giving me a simpler problem to solve. So I can continue solving this. So this one is like 5. Let's see what it does now. All right, so good job. And it's giving me a harder problem to solve and changing the particular math topics all the time as I had instructed in the system prompt. So there you go. That's a math tutor. Let's actually do another specialist. This time it's a doctor. So you have a fever. Do you have stuffy or runny nose? And there you go. Looks like you have sinus. So again, could be used for learning purposes. How about a pharmacist, where you could ask questions about over-the-counter medicines? Okay, so moving on, here's another cool one where we're using Stable Diffusion model to mix it up with ChatGPT and create an interactive storybook. So as we prompt, it generates the story with us, and along with the story, it generates the imagery to follow the story along. So we meet with tall aliens. So for now, it's generating intermediate images before the actual prompt is generated. That's something we're trying to fix. Okay, let's keep going. This last one is quite useful. So we're creating a shopping recommender, and this time based on certain preferences, like I'm an artist, a gamer, I love music, I live in a loft apartment, I'm looking for a smart TV. Let's see what product can ChatGPT recommend. Now, the large language models are usually trained to a certain point in time, in this case, sometime in 2021. But then if you want to relate the responses to current content that's on the web, then one of the ways to do that is that you link the response of the chatbot to an API, which can get current information. So in this case, we're linking with Google Search API and getting back search links which are active based on the product that has been chosen. So let's say, how about high-end headphones? Better constraint. Okay, so there you go. Some nice high-end headphones are being recommended. So what you could do is you could change the model to GPT-4 or GPT-4 32K for a larger set of text that you can provide in your prompts and completions. Again, totally depends on what example you've chosen. And as you go along and use these features, we are also tracking your token usage and number of runs for the specific APIs so that you're able to also track your costs. We will continue to improve ChatStart with your feedback. You can download the code on our GitHub and, of course, use the online version of the app with your API keys. We hope you enjoy using ChatStart. Thank you.